I'm going to tell you about what happened in New York. Okay, so we're all getting along. We've got the nice little apartment, And I was told by my roommate that we were going to have company from Israel. And it was his aunt that was coming. Okay, well, no problem. I've never had a problem with anybody, actually. Never had worries of anything. So here we go. I'm on my way to work one day, and this big limousine pulls up, and this woman gets out of the back, and she is drop dead gorgeous. I'm talking, oh, I knew I had competition right there. First time in my life. But anyway, so yeah. Me and Itzik always had a relationship that, I never was worried about anything like that. So we just had a normal, you know, meet and greet and go on about our way. About a week later, it was Hanukkah, you know. Well, I don't know much about Hanukkah. I'm at work. I have this weird feeling in my stomach. Something's going on. Sure enough, she had told me that he told her that we were open relationship. We were in an open relationship in their Israeli voice. My dog is scratching at the door. Xavier, can you stop? I gotta let her in. I'll be right back. So be scratching one back in. Okay, so I already was jealous. I was already jealous. Don't know why, but I was. She tells me that he tells her that we're in an open relationship, that I'm not jealous, and that he's free to do whatever he wants to do. And she told me this. She told me this. And this is a guy that is my best friend. I'm trying to understand her language. I'm trying to understand everything. It cut through me like a knife. It melted like butter. And so all that week, I saved up my money. I'm going to go out of town this weekend, and I'm taking her with me. I already knew what my plan was. I waited till Friday, and I called her from work, and I said, hey, Mama, let's me and you go to Manhattan. Let's go hit a few bars. You want to? It's on me. I'll pay for it. She got dolled up. I took my clothes to work with me. I was ready. I got a car service, took us to Manhattan. We went over there, and we lived it up. I mean, we lived it up. We hit every bar in the neighborhood that we could hit, and probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, the guy that she was dancing with offered to take us home. So that would save us, $50, $60 in a limousine service, or a car service, I mean. And so we, of course, we're wild, crazy drunk, so we let him take us home. All the way back to Brooklyn from Manhattan. And the time we got back there, this dude, he needed to use the bathroom. Okay, oh boy, here we go. We went in with this guy with us, and there was this Israeli soldier prancing around in a Speedo, mad as a hornet, an Israeli hornet. He looked up at me and he said, it's time the party is over. He slapped me right in the face, and when he did, it broke my nose. It blacked my eyes instantly. Instantly. And the girl that was with me, Nama, she jumped on his back. He broke her arm. When he grabbed her off of him, he broke her arm. If it hadn't been for Barack being there, it's hard telling what would have happened to both of us. But I called the police and I had him arrested. And it was on a Friday night, so guess who gets to spend the whole weekend in jail? In Manhattan jail. No less. So, here's the man that I was madly, madly in love with. All this because he had to flirt with a new girl in town. So, here I am. I had 2 black eyes. And I don't stick around. I just don't. Any sign of violence, any sign of drama of any kind like that, I am totally out of this. I packed my suitcase, and while he was in jail, he come Monday morning, he come beeped his way in. You have to have a key or be buzzed in. And I let him in. Long story short, I let him in. He went over there, sat in the window, and he just looked at me, and the tears just started rolling down his face. And he said, Shelley, how could I do this to you, Shelley? I love you so much. And he was trying to explain his way out of this. Well, it's not going to happen. All the tears in the Dead Sea or whatever sea in Israel is not going to fill this one. So I called my father, called Dad, and, he come pick me up at the airport. We cried. I mean, like two children, like, twins being separated at the airport. We sobbed crying. But the point is that no matter how much I loved him, no matter how much I love anybody, I will not be abused. I am not here on this earth to be beat on. I am not here on this earth to be used or abused. I am here to be loved like the most precious gem on earth. And that's just the way it is. I was my daddy's precious gem. And until I meet and with somebody that can treat me the same way my father treated my mother, with the respect and dignity that she deserved, I'm so low. Single forever until that happens. So, all jokes aside, ladies, gentlemen, whoever might be watching this, you can make it. You don't have to put up with that. Don't do it. If they hit you one time, they're going to hit you again. And if that's the way you want to live, go for it. I'm not that person, and I'll never be that person. So, I'm 60 and still alone, so, I've had a couple good shots at relationships, but, something stupid always messes it up, or death, maybe even. But I just figured you might want to know why and what happened in New York. So I came home. Dad picked me up at the airport, me and my beast and my black eyes. Big Marine picking me up. He was ready to jump the plane and fly back to New York. But, I felt bad because my dad had to see me like that. It was just a horrible situation. It's never worth staying. Anybody touches you, lays hands on you, you gotta go. See you. Don't want to be you. That's the end of that story, bub. I don't know.